Pratt Whitney F-117 engine, same as used. Here we go. Power coming up. Watch this takeoff. Max power, brakes are released. Watch now. Ladies and gentlemen, the C-17, the Globemaster III. For a takeoff. 2,000 feet. It got off right here at the number 10 board. Started right down there at the end of the runway and was off in less than 2,000 feet. Once again, the pilots for today's demonstration are Major Paul Theriot and Major Lucky O'Connell, the loadmaster aboard, Master Sergeant Mark Allen. This crew has over 7,000 flying hours in various aircraft for the United States Air Force. The first pass today is going to be a high-speed pass. After completing this teardrop maneuver that you see him executing out there, he's going to align the C-17 with the runway. Crew will accelerate to 300 knots, demonstrating the rapid strategic capability of this marvelous airplane. The C-17 design includes a modernized, computerized glass cockpit, a heads-up display at both pilot stations, and an advanced cargo handling system, allowing it to operate with a crew half the size of similar aircraft. Only 3 crew members are required to fly the C-17. The aircraft's advanced design allows it to accomplish its entire mission with this minimum crew. Now watch as he approaches Show Center, rolling that big C-17 to level. He's going to push the power up. I want you to listen how quiet it is as it passes by. This quietness gives the Globemaster a tactical advantage while flying low over hostile territory. And in addition to that, we might mention that it's also environmentally very friendly. The C-17 provides a direct delivery capability that combines the intercontinental cargo carrying capabilities of large transport aircraft with the short runway capability of much smaller aircraft. It can routinely land on runways that are only 3,500 feet long. 4 big Pratt Whitney F-117 engines power the C-17. These are the same engines I mentioned to you earlier, used on the Boeing 757 commercial jetliner. Each engine delivering over 40,000 pounds of thrust. And this thrust allows the Globemaster III to carry over 170,000 pounds of cargo. The range of the C-17 with this amount of cargo is 2,400 nautical miles. However, the C-17 can reach anywhere in the world non-stop using its in-flight air refueling capability. Now, in from the right, wings are level, and as the aircraft passes, notice the wing leading edge slats. Those are the devices on the front of the wing, and the large power lift wing flaps. They're on the trailing edge or the back part of the wings. These devices change the shape of the C-17 wing, and it really provides the key to the low final approach speed, enabling this aircraft to land and stop in short distances. The gear is down and those leading edge slats are out, and the big landing flaps are also deployed. Once reaching Show Center, I'm sure that Major Theriot is going to add power, execute a going around maneuver using maximum power to demonstrate its ability to depart an enemy airport where resistance is suspected. Look at those big flaps hanging down from the back of the wing there. Right about now, power coming up, back on the stick, puts the nose into the sky.
I couldn't get either one like it. Yeah, right.
C-17 will now maneuver to show its ability to fly at slow speeds and demonstrate its advanced aerodynamics in action. The aircraft is performing a series of steep banks to maneuver for a low-speed pass and a circle over the airfield. In case you're wondering how big it is, the wingspan is about half the length of a football field. The tail back there, which actually has a tunnel in it, is over 5 stories tall. Empty, the C-17 weighs about 280,000 pounds, but with maximum cargo and fuel loaded, the gross weight rises to over 500,000 pounds. Notice the turned up ends of the wings there. They're called winglets. These decrease aerodynamic drag and increase the fuel efficiency of the airplane. In case you're wondering how big the airplane is in comparison to that, those upturned wingtips are 9 feet tall. Aircraft is extremely agile. Now watch this. We're at low speed. Gives us the ability to operate in any tactical situation, including the combat delivery capability of paratrooper or heavy equipment airdrop. And the C-17 uses a quadruple redundant fly-by-wire system to run its flight controls. The fly-by-wire system means that the aircraft's flight controls are electronically operated by inputs from the control sticks and the rudders. There are 4 separate flight control computers, each of which can manage the entire system all by itself. The computers continuously monitor the flight controls as well as monitoring each other. If there are any problems, they automatically work around the disabled system. And in addition to this, the C-17 also features a mechanical backup. Look at the ability to turn. And like I said, the confines of the airport here at Dover Air Force Base. It's equally efficient at high speeds as it is at low speeds. Now Major Therio is maneuvering the aircraft to demonstrate a full flap approach to a simulated short field runway. This short field capability allows the C-17 Globemaster III to land at over 6,000 more airfields worldwide than currently available to other military transport aircraft and commercial wide-bodied aircraft. In fact, during the NATO peacekeeping mission to Bosnia, the C-17 crews airlifted nearly 1/2 of the total cargo and only 1/4 of the missions, and while doing so they boasted an impressive 96% reliability rate. C-17 out there flown for you today weighs about 350,000 pounds. As he begins to line it up with the runway, he's going to pull power back, adjusted it on final speed. He'll be doing about 120 miles an hour. It's going to simulate arriving at a airfield with hostile forces nearby. We call it a random steep approach. This tactic can also be used from very, very high altitudes. Since the C-17 made its inaugural flight in 1991, it's set over 20 world records, including payload to altitude and time to climb records. McDonnell Douglas, now Boeing, delivered the first operational C-17 to Charleston Air Force Base in June of 1993. I want you to watch this landing. Major Therio is going to plant the C-17 right out here in front of us, start to apply braking. Then if you'll watch the rear portion of the engine, you'll see the cowling slide back, exposing the cascade thrust reversers, which direct the thrust forward, helping to slow the aircraft. And then they're going to do something very few jet aircraft can do. He's going to back that airplane up down the runway. Watch now as the C-17 touches down, and watch how quickly he can stop this airplane. Touchdown. Spoilers on the top of the wings come up. Brakes are being, there goes the thrust reverser. Listen to the sound. Thrust reverser slows, now we're in forward thrust. All of the maneuvers that you've seen here today are representative of those flown by operational crews every single day. They provide the highly responsive and flexible airlift capability of America. On behalf of the men and women of the United States Air Force, Air Mobility Command, Dover Air Force Base, thank you for letting us demonstrate the C-17. How about a nice round of applause for the crew and the airplane, the C-17 Globemaster III. Major Paul Theriot, Major Lucky O'Connell, and Master Sergeant Mark Allen.